All right, what's up, guys? Guerrilla Radio episode 3. Let me adjust this. So today we have Chad and Jordan with Gainz Meals. Gainz Meal Prep.
Yeah.
Cool.
But we shortened it to Gainz Meals because we don't want to put in gainsmealprep.com.
Yeah, that's kind of long.
And I love Z's.
Yes, Gainz Meals with Z's, not with S's.
Correct.
So a couple reasons why I wanted them on. A, they're awesome coaches here at Guerrilla CrossFit, and B, they created a really cool company based on what I think most people have the biggest trouble with when they're trying to get healthier, lose weight, get fitter, and that's managing food, right? We've always talked about food being 80% of the equation when you're trying to get better, trying to get healthier, lose weight. And so, some people prep all day Sundays and they make their meals for the week, which can be challenging. And then if that doesn't happen, then the whole week can fall off track. So I wanted them to just talk about, first of all, creating a business by scratching your own itch, solving a problem for themselves and other people in the same time, and then seeing how you guys can benefit from it as well and what they've learned. So let's jump into, when did you guys start training at the gym?
I think I'm rounding on 5 years.
August will be 4 for me.
August will be 4. Okay, so you guys are active, but not necessarily training.
I went to the Y.
I went to the Y.
Okay.
And I
Three
was
sets of
bored.
10.
3 sets of 10.
Yep.
Curls.
Bench press. Bench press. A lot of bench press.
I did a lot of treadmills and ellipticals, and I was done with it. I was lonely.
So then you got into the style of training, CrossFit style training, and then kind of talk me through from then until you started getting the idea with the food prep stuff.
Okay, well, for me, it was a slow process of just learning how to use a barbell. I'd never done that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just probably 2 or 3 years of getting fit, like getting to a point where I could do a jerk instead of a push press, or just learning the whole side of it. And then I was super addicted. And then it became, well, I'm not really seeing some of the gymnastics movements increasing like the weightlifting is increasing, and it's because I have extra weight that I'm trying to pull up to the bar or do a muscle up, and those were some goals that I had for myself. So I realized I needed to lean out as much as I could and up my endurance. So those were my next 2 goals, I'd say, in the last 2 years. Similar for you?
Yeah, similar for me. Same way. Yeah, I fell in love immediately. Like lifting heavy weights is like my favorite thing in the whole world. But losing weight is the next thing, because like gymnastic stuff, I just can't do.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, fast forward to almost a year and a half ago, we did our CrossFit 1 level training together, and the zone diet was a big talk of part of their curriculum, and weighing and measuring your food is what it boils down to. So we decided that we needed to weigh and measure everything. And the only way to stay accountable is to have a partner in crime, and I was able to measure out the food appropriate for me, and then I would make a little extra and measure out his portions, and I would switch with him every week. So every week he'd get 2 meals from me, and I'd get 2 meals from him, plus what I made for myself, and that made all the difference for both of us. And
I saw a big change.
Yeah, a big change, and then that turned into the business.
Okay, so at what point, because Greg Glassman talks about the ecosystem of CrossFit being like $1 billion industry, not CrossFit itself, but there's all these different businesses that have spun off because of people just like you coming into a gym, starting to train, and go, oh, here's a need. Rogue is the greatest example. Obviously, they're massive, but it was very much the same idea. So at what point did you guys go, okay, this is a viable business, and then what were the next steps within that?
I wish we could say that we always thought it was a viable business. We just kind of went with it. People at the gym wanted to get in on our switching, but nobody wanted to cook.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, we'll cook. We like doing that. But we couldn't out of our home. So then it grows into, how do you cook according to the health department in Fort Wayne? Yeah. Well, you have to have a shared kitchen, and then you have to pay rent. And then, so it kind of grew, and we just kind of took our baby steps and thought, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
And it's been going pretty well.
Yeah.
So almost a year old.
Almost a year old. Okay. And I like it too. So I do, from like my perspective, I do 5 meals a week because the question I always like to ask, and we've talked about this before in some of the seminars, but what would this look like if it were easy? And so when I was trying to dial in my stuff even more, my nutrition, it was, well, if I could eliminate a meal and if I could automate 1 meal, that leaves me only 1 meal a day that I actually have to make any decisions about, right? So intermittent fasting was kind of came about and discovered, so I can eliminate breakfast, that's gone. I can automate lunch because it's delivered to the gym every day or every week. and that leaves only one meal. So, talking about how you come up with the meals and what's your nutrition philosophy, right? And then how people, you guys customize a lot of stuff. So how does that work?
Well, I scour the internet for as many recipes as I can find, and then I kind of cater to what our needs are. So we're all paleo right now. So if certain things have sugar or anything, I'll add honey, maple syrup, or whatever to replace that. And then, so I pick a main protein, then I'll have a vegetable side, and then we try to have a little sauce or something with it just to spice it up a little bit. But just making the healthy taste good is our main goal.
Yeah, and I think we talked about that thing early on when you guys were starting. I said that's your biggest hurdle because most people think about this stuff and they think chicken and broccoli, and I'm like, great for that. But then consistently every time it's good food. I think that's the biggest hurdle.
Yeah.
And so what do you guys do? A lot of trial and error then? Or like
So
testings?
far, we haven't had any error.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a couple meals. I think with every meal, we have people that are just like, "Oh my gosh, I loved that," and then you'll have 3 people say, "That was not my favorite." So we've never had an all-one that was just a big old boo.
Yeah, but we've switched up a few things here and there
Yeah.
the next time we make it.
Okay.
Like we'll switch the meats from beef to a turkey or a chicken to try to lower the fat. We'll play with recipes that he finds online to make it more